Hello, gorgeous Aries. Did you guys miss me? I hope you guys have been amazing and well. And we're going to find out what's going on energetically for you guys in just a second. But yeah, I've been away for a couple of weeks, so I'm back now. It wasn't really by choice. I did try to record some readings, but I had a lot of issues with the cameras and stuff whilst being a bit on vacation. So I'm here now. So as we do lately, I'm going to do some sound bowl for you. You can skip if you don't like the noise, but I'm just going to give this maybe one little hit and see to get grounded, and then we'll see what's in your tarot. Okay, so let's take a deep breath together and exhale. Okay, let's get grounded. Okay. I saw a lemon tree as I did that, which is really strange. So if that relates to anyone, that could be something in this reading for you. But anyway, let's dive into your tarot. You guys like me shuffling on camera, so I'll commit to still doing it. Let's see. For Aries, for the week ahead, please, Spirit, you have loyal hearts coming up, all right? A lot to do with your relationships. That could also, include friendships too. It's people who have loyalties to you, people who are loyal, people who care. I always say this is people who have got your back. Of course, it does speak a lot about romantic relationships, so we're yet to see what that's about. If you are in a relationship and you're inquiring about that, coming to this reading about that, then this is a good sign. All right, that this person is loyal to you and that you guys are definitely strong in terms of compatibility. But let's see what else. See? That's okay. All right, let's see what else. This is my boyfriend interrupting. All right, let's see for Aries. Let's go. Okay, blossoming abundance. Well, it looks like things are going to be well. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. Number 3 is very Empress vibe. Some of you could actually be having, Empress is all about the mother. It's about pregnancy at times or fertility. So whether that means that you guys are going to be expecting, or again, it could be you starting projects. It represents a new life, okay, when the Empress comes through. But blossoming abundance can also speak very well for finances, right? Things are growing at this time for you, which seems very, very well. All right, let's see what else. What else is going on for Aries during this time? Renewal. Interesting. Now, this card is an interesting one because I always say you're in between two phases of your life, almost two worlds. An old chapter is dying out, right? An old way of being is coming to an end, and a new one starting to come to life. What's good about this is, again, that whole Empress vibe that I was saying about it being a very fertile time. Well, you're entering your personal spring, which means that there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of abundance coming up for you. But of course, you're shedding a lot of old layers, and whatever that means to you, potential endings, for example, happening in your life. Winter is usually more of the bleaker seasons, right? Where things die out, things are in survival mode. There's not a lot of food, for example, so it can bring about scarcity. What's happening is you're exiting that time, okay? So whatever you're having to shed and leave behind in that old chapter, yeah, I'm just seeing a snake like shedding its skin. So you guys are really outgrowing old beliefs and old lifestyles, okay? So again, potential endings could have been happening for you. And you're being called here. I mean, you are renewing, your life is renewing, and I would just say that this card is really good to get grounded at this time. That would be your best way of advice, because she's got her hands open to both, right? She understands the lessons in both of these. So I feel like it's almost like giving grace to the seasons of life is going to be important for you. If you want to, you don't have to. But it feels like you're starting to see signs of growth, okay? Which I feel like is giving you some sense of relief that things are becoming new in your life and that you are entering a new chapter, which I think is pretty cool. But of course, maybe there is some sacrifices here in the meantime. It's not easy, but that card comes up. But it is a good sign of hope. I have a different spread that I want to try out. Do you guys want to see it? First, I'm going to do the tea leaf because I like to get some random messages of things that might come up for you guys. For Aries, one more. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. Well, there you go. You have the eagle that wanted to show up first. Let me show you these up close. There we are. Triumph over troubles, obstacles. What else do we got? Lightning. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. That's an interesting one. We'll see how that comes up. you know, you guys could be more prone to outbursts at this time. You are in Aries, right? You guys kind of are like you're ruled by Mars, which is a very aggressive planet at times, but also very powerful. So it doesn't matter really, as long as you are controlling your anger and your feelings and emotions. Very important for you guys at this time. But you also have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Okay, so that's going to be an important one for you also. And sometimes, especially with lightning, it's very interesting because there was lightning this morning, so I wonder if that was kind of your energies coming through. Okay, sorry, I'm just hearing like and when there's lightning, there's also thunder, so that can bring about a bit of arguments. But I feel like you're just being called to get grounded in your feelings and emotions, okay, and just to understand them and maybe give grace to yourself as well. But anyway, yeah, I have a new spread for you, so let's see how it goes. You guys can let me know if you prefer how I used to do it, but I like to change things up. I feel like I say that every week. But anyway, let's see. All right, I'm gonna get one card as like the overall energy in total, a major theme for this week. Okay, you got 2. Ace of Pentacles. So again, absolutely blossoming abundance. That could be a new work opportunity. That could be a new stream of finances, for example. It is like a fresh start though, especially when it comes down to being grounded, your stability, and your resources. Okay, 7 of Wands though is interesting, because it feels a little bit like there is still a lot of things to do. So you are being given an opportunity. What's interesting is it feels I'm just picking up on for what could be going on in your life, but I feel like as you're fighting a lot of things, I see a glimmer of hope here, where it feels like the spirit animal of the stag, which is a leader, okay, emperor vibes, which is you. It could also be like a father figure or an authority could be giving you some aid or some help at this time, but it feels more like a spirit animal. I don't know, it just feels like as you're fighting this, like you get this opportunity that comes up that helps free you from some responsibilities that you've been having. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. So again, it does feel like you might be getting some help. Maybe it's from these loyal hearts, right? Family, friends, lovers, whatever it is. I feel like something's relieving you of something. Anyway, with that being said, where should I put this? I'll put that here. Okay, then we're going to go actually into your tarot. So I'm going to pull some cards out. Let's see. Okay. I'll do that. Let's go. So you're showing up as the sun, which is actually the best. Like it's a lucky, I feel like it's to do with luck. I feel like it's luck because as I said, there's like almost you're being saved by something or something's giving you that glimmer of hope. I want to say saving you, but I don't know. It feels, I don't know. How can I describe that? You let me know in the comments how that's showing up for you. But it feels like as you're fighting things, it's like a movie that I'm seeing in my head where as you're fighting things off, it's like something just comes up in the distance that saves the day or gives you that last push where it's like, okay, like there is hope. Like I'm gonna have success. So I feel like with the sun being here, I do feel like it's almost a stroke of luck, or at least you're going to be feeling quite happy at this time. Maybe not like, I don't know like what your life situation is, but the sun again feels like luck. I don't know why I'm seeing it as that. Anyway, the energy of the week is the Hanged Man. So the overall vibe is kind of going to be in the center of your spread. Could be feeling like you feel a little bit stuck. I'm going to see what this is. You're needing to look at life through a different lens. I do see that you're going to be freed from this energy, and I feel like that's what your overall reading is about. Like you are really releasing attachments, or you're being freed from situations that have maybe caused you harm or have been kind of frustrating for you, because he's all tied up here. And maybe money, you know, financially has been kind of dropping out your pockets here because you've been in kind of tricky situations when it comes down to that. Maybe spending above your means, or maybe you've just not had a lot, but you have a lot of expenses, for example. It feels a little bit like something was a bit out of control. That's what I'm picking up on. Anyway, let's see. Okay, their future, the Emperor, which I was picking up on here. So Aries, you are like, I'm hearing, lo and behold, you will be in a good position. I don't know if these flips upside down, to be honest, but you are going to be in your power. Oh my God, what's going on with all my stuff? I told you I was experiencing a lot of weird stuff. Hold on one sec. Okay, lovely. There we go. Emperor is your energy, but I did feel like the stag was an emperor too. So again, relate it however it is. Could be a boss, could be a a masculine figure in your life, doesn't matter. But the Emperor is also your energy. So I'm going to read it as that. It does feel like in the near future, you're going to be back in your power again, back on the throne, back building the empire. So I don't know if you took some time out or if things have been, you felt a bit derailed lately. You're going to be back in your power. I'm seeing a lot of money moves, business moves, or at least like feeling powerful in control. I don't know. Something feels, I'm hearing it fits like a glove. Like this role fits just like a glove. So I don't know if you'll be getting, again, a job opportunity or I don't know, but I just feel like you're going to feel back in control of your life again. And I think that's the main thing that you've probably been wanting. All right, but let's see. This is your recent past, Knight of Swords. That is very similar to the Lightning, actually. So the Knight of Swords is feeling a bit like an argument or a dispute or very sudden information that felt quite catastrophic is the word I want to say, because they're showing me the Tower card with the lightning on it too. In my mind. So it does feel like something came very abruptly, like a spark. I'm going to clarify all of these as well, don't you worry. But the Knight of Swords feels like very rapid information came your way. Maybe this is also an argument that you guys had. Actually, there's an eagle on it too. Oh, I'm going to definitely clarify that. I'm going to do that now. I want to know, I feel like there's a few meanings behind this. Let's see. Okay. Why is the Knight of Swords in the recent past for Aries? And what is this meaning here? Ooh, okay, it definitely was some sort of dispute. And actually so fascinating, the Hanged Man's back again. So it also has something to do with this Hanged Man next to it. The reason why you feel a bit stuck here has something to do with a fallout, a conflict, or a feeling of defeat. Page of Pentacles is interesting. Some of you maybe had a course or a job that you were starting that kind of didn't end up well. Maybe you got fired, or maybe there was conflict there. And the Hanged Man, maybe you got, I don't know, I'm seeing someone who there may have been an argument, you may have been accused of something. Like, it feels a bit unjust, to be honest. I think that's why you're angry. And the Hanged Man is almost like it's put you in a kind of difficult situation where maybe you don't know what to do, maybe you feel stuck, or again, maybe some of you were kind of put on suspension or something. I don't know why I'm seeing it like that. Or you're in a timeout for some reason. I don't know what that is. That could just be anything. It doesn't have to be specifically what I just said, but it does feel like you're being put on timeout. Okay, and a Page of Pentacles. Could be health reasons or whatever it is. So I feel like Spirit is saying with that eagle showing up there as well, that whatever has been a bit aggravating and upsetting and defeating for you, that you are going to have triumph over these obstacles, okay? And you don't need to resort to anger in order to solve it, okay? All right, the next thing I want to get up is what are your challenges for the week? Can I get two of these? What are the challenges that might come up? Thank you. Four of Swords, health and healing. Some of you do need to make sure you take a break. Okay, at least at this time, especially because the Hanged Man is here. And we also, sorry, I'm going to move the microphone stand a little bit. Eight of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Hanged Man coming through here. It does feel a bit like, yeah, you had to walk away from a situation or leave something behind that was really difficult for you. Or again, something was emotionally unfulfilling. There's a full moon here, which represents an intense time in your life. Okay, the Hanged Man again being a bit stuck, and the Four of Swords. So your challenge is needing to walk away from things that don't serve you emotionally and understanding it's time to move on, whatever that means to you. It's time to move forward or move on. And then the Four of Swords being about health and healing and needing a break, right? You need a time out to really process something. I'm going to clarify this too, but I'll clarify now. Yeah, why not? Just rolling with it. Why is the Four of Swords in a challenge position? The Tower. Well, yeah, it's exactly what I say. So whatever this situation was for you, I want to keep saying the word catastrophic. It doesn't have to be that intense, but I'm picking up on that for somebody. But yeah, it's something made you feel, it hit you, right? If you imagine being struck by lightning, it's shocking. That's it, shocking. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like they tell me to say things, so it's also for me to help me understand, like, yeah, when lightning hits you, it's shocking, right? So Four of Swords, being told to heal. Now, some of you, this could be separation. I'm not so much picking up on that in terms of relationships, like a love interest. I don't know what your story is, but it does something feels shocking. Can I understand what that Tower is so I know a bit more about it? Seven of Pentacles. I'm hearing something that you thought was getting better. Seven of Pentacles, you put a lot of time and energy into something, and I feel like a part of it is a bit hope too. What I'm seeing is like you had, they're showing me a little bit like you were working hard on something, or you're putting a lot of time and energy into something, and I feel like you felt like something was getting better. Like if I'm going to use the imagery on this card, for example, it's like, okay, like I'm bringing this, I'm raising this tree, I'm growing this tree. And then all of a sudden, you know, maybe the tree has a disease, or maybe the tree gets chopped down one morning, you know, and you wake up and it's gone. Like that's the kind of energy I'm seeing. It's like you had hope over something and something was getting better, or something was moving, and then I feel like something was like, boom, okay, now you're getting kicked out your job, or, you know, it feels a little bit life-changing, whatever this is, and shocking, as I said. So okay, let's then look at, and then 8 of Cups, let's look at that. I'm going to look at the Emperor too. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to dive into the juicy details because I'm a nosy reader. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm going to give you the details I want to know too. 8 of Cups. Why is this a challenge? 3 of Swords. Interesting how that's kind of a bit reversed. And so the reason why it's reversed, I don't think it's not because you've been through it, because 4 of Swords coming up naturally means you've been through a 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak pain, right? Something is heartbreaking, and we've seen a bit about that. For this to jump on top of your near future, I do again feel like you're going to get back into the groove again, and eventually this is not going to hurt as much to you, or not, you know, be something that, you'll be healed. 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Again, some of you, this is to do with work or money, okay? 8 of Pentacles is usually the card where it says what you put out, you get back. And when it's in reverse, again, as I said, it does really feel like something that you thought was going to work out for you is not working out for you. And your challenge is, again, leaving it behind. Okay. Okay. And if it is pertaining to some relationships or friendships, if I'm going to say it like that, maybe for some of you, again, you thought something was working, and then maybe a secret gets revealed, or maybe some information comes your way, makes you feel like very angry, for example, whatever it is. I feel like your challenge here is understanding that this is not going to change, right? The 8 of Cups is not going to suddenly become the 10 unless you do something, right? Which is probably leaving something behind that's causing only pain and not a lot of results, right? Whatever that is to you, but you will overcome it, whatever you're going through right now. Okay, I want to get 2 advice cards out for you. As I said, it does feel like you guys are dealing with a lot. Okay, the 7 of Pentacles as your advice is interesting. Because, okay, and then they're saying like you may have lost a battle, but you've not lost the war, right? Your life is not over. You're still here with me, and I'm so happy for you that you are. So keep working on yourself. Keep working on your life, okay? Don't give up because something was super shocking, okay? Whatever this is, your season's coming to a season, not yours. A season's coming to the end, but new life is beginning, right? The worst of it is over is what they're saying. It's just the moving on from it, and, you know, I guess in a way, in spring is really where you plant your seeds. So it's, again, a fertile time. Okay. Specifically that. Maybe it's not the time for harvest. Not yet. Anyways, it's the time for planting seeds. Também. Okay. Interesting. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. Sorry. If I speak Portuguese, like I'm around Portuguese people, so it's, if some words come out, it's okay. So 7 of Pentacles. It's your time to nurture. Your advice this week is to nurture. It's to show up, okay, for yourself, even if it's just the small things, right? As we can see here, 7 Pentacles. Okay, that's okay. I think I've said what I need to. And what else is the advice? Interesting how they bridge those together. I love that. It's kind of perching on the cards like you're perching on the tree here. So 4 of Cups is usually a card of rejection. You got the 10 of Pentacles here as well, so definitely blossoming abundance, but I wonder if it comes through a choice. I'm going to clarify that, because the 4 of Cups, I almost feel like it's a bit of a free will, like you either get up and accept an offer and change your life, or you sit where you are and dwell, or just be happy with what you got, even though part of you wants more happiness or whatever it is. Because it feels like blossoming abundance is the card that is gifting you, hey, you want me? Now, for some of you, this could actually be pertaining to love. You could actually be having a love offer here. Could be a soulmate if you're single, for example. It's an opportunity that's coming up that is offering you abundance. But let's see, why the 4 of Cups is here as advice. Why is this here, Spirit? What's the advice around the Four of Cups? What is the advice? So the Four of Cups are showing me something to do with escapism. You can keep with escapism, or you can actually live the dreams that you desire. That's the kind of vibe coming through. It's interesting. So they're showing, like, they're also kind of giving me comparisons of you can be the consumer, you can be the creator kind of vibe, you know, and I feel like that's important, because I'm seeing like you can read all these amazing books, and I have nothing against reading. They're showing me like maybe you get lost in thinking about other people's stories and like what they're doing, and maybe that's something that makes you actually not really feel good about your life, and maybe you look to certain escapism ways to feel better about your life, or to make it a bit more fascinating instead of making your life more fascinating. I don't know what they're saying here, but if it hits for someone, let me know. Anyway, what's the advice around the Four of Cups, please? The World and the Stars, literally what I freaking said. Spirit said you, yeah. The world, a brand new beginning, right? It's a new cycle, just like we were saying about a new season, and the star being about your dreams and goals. Both of these major arcana cards, I don't know if it feels like it to you yet, but you're about to enter a chapter. I'm hearing the next 6 years are going to be very lucky for you, full of growth and abundance. It's your theme. I don't know what you guys have been through, but they're showing me 6, and I don't think it's just 6 months. I don't know. Like you guys will, it'll be different for everyone, but I feel 6 years. It's like at the end of a season for the last however many years. Maybe it's 6 years. I don't know. I don't know why 6 seems to be an important number. Anyways, this time, Aquarius energy, also really good for friendships. Whatever it is, the stars, yeah. Okay, I feel like it's a bit of a mixture of everything, because the star is also about community, because it's 11th house, Aquarius, 11th house, community, your social circle, your friendships, your soul tribe. So you're getting a really important opportunity to live your dreams. That's what's going on. And it could be in a form of money, you know, you could be having a windfall of money, or maybe you are achieving some sort of goal, or again, whatever the Ace of Pentacles is that is being offered to you as a glimpse of hope. I think it's giving you a push to live the life of your dreams. And yeah, Judgment being there is no coinky dink. All right. That is literally, everything's rising up. Obstacles are being lifted in a way, whatever that is for you. Last card for this, and then I'm going to go into love, career, money, and then a specific message for somebody out there. Near future. It's complete change, complete endings, right? The Nine of Swords being here is probably what you're a bit worried about. 10 of Swords. So this tells me you already know about something here. In your near future, so within the next coming weeks, maybe during this week, 10 of Swords. 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Emperor. Some of you, so 10 of Swords, near future. As I was saying, I feel like some of you are a bit worried about something that you know is going to come to an end, whether that be a relationship, whether it be a certain part of yourself. I don't know what it is that it feels like something that you are choosing to shed. It doesn't fit, as I said, in Renewal. Like it feels like it's an old chapter. So the 10 of Swords says it's complete completion of something. Okay, 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Yeah. Let me see what else I can see from this. Yeah, it's interesting how all of this is kind of stagnant energy. And in a lot of ways, 4 Swords, maybe you've taken some time out to heal something. Maybe it was the ending of someone or a relationship or whatever it is for you. Like I said, the Tower is quite shocking. Something you was not expecting. And I feel like this is and has changed you. Or is changing you, but it's putting you into your throne again. So I don't know how or why. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit like the last straw that breaks the camel's back. You know, it's like when you've like had enough or have been through a certain amount of pain that you have no other choice but to transform. You know, it's like hitting rock bottom a little bit, and that's what I'm kind of sensing a bit here. My camera's a little bit wonky, or at least my work is a bit wonky. So let's look at love, because that would be interesting. What's going on for love? Tower. Whoa. big changes going on there. That could definitely be where you guys are probably falling out with some people, or the tower doesn't have to be bad. I'm gonna have to cover it with something though, so let's just get rid of the cheeky booty. The tower is major change, okay? And in some ways, distractions, maybe in a relationship, you're realizing, okay, like the foundation of this is not very stable. We need to change something, right? It's just ultimate change, okay? It could even be an epiphany. It seems like a scary card just because of what it looks like and probably the energy that it brings at times, but don't worry. I will dive into that. But if you already have been through a bit of a breakup or you sense that that's what's coming up, then that would resonate with you. So nothing to be afraid of if you can sense it already. And as we've said, unicorn, something is happening where you know what you need to do moving forward. So don't second guess yourself. This is a major life change for you. Like I was saying to you, like I'm picking up on it very heavily. And I feel like inside you know what you need to do now. Okay. Anyway, let's see what's going on in terms of money and career. The Fool is a new beginning. The fact that jumped on top of the Knight of Swords, where I felt like there was a bit of injustice or a little bit of defeat in some way around that, like I was just saying, or something that felt like you felt a bit stuck or trapped or, a little bit stuck in it. The Fool is good. You're going to have a change here. And a specific message for someone, specific thing happening this week. Thank you. Two cards. Why not? The Strength and the Three of Pentacles. So some of you, for someone out there, it's a specific message for someone out there. The Three of Pentacles and the Strength card is really about things being built on the right foundation now. Three of Pentacles is really good for projects, for plans, okay? So I feel like this is a bit of an urge for someone that whatever you feel like you want to invest in or invest your time in, or again, to build, some of you, this is about your own career, for example, because I always see it as that. I don't know why. Or whatever you decide to do. It's new. It's something that maybe you still have to plan out, still have to think about, plan more so. This is definitely where you're being called to be courageous, to be brave, and to do it. Okay, that's for somebody out there. Let's dive into the Tower card. Why is the Tower card here in the area of love, please, for Aries? What is that? The Wheel. So this is also where there is a change happening. I need to dive into, because the Wheel is also of Fortune, is my ambiguous card. So you never really know what the dice is gonna roll. What dice you're gonna roll. All right, let's see. Why can I get more about this? Like, can I understand what this is? Is this a breakup? Is this an epiphany? Is it meeting someone? Whatever it is, it feels a bit fated, which you probably, again, are feeling, picking up on with your intuition. Area of love for Aries. The Hierophant. Five of Swords. Well, this is probably where some of you are separating, or you're going through a bit of a defeat here, and it might be impacting your love life. Anything? Seven of Swords. Some of you might be finding out someone's secrets, or ill intentions, or a lie. One more. Three of Wands. Ten of Cups. Sorry, I do weird things when I read, because I'm trying to understand. So Three of Wands, Ten of Cups, you're waiting for happiness. And I wonder if this is just the energy here, that as you're waiting for happiness, I wonder if there is some things going on in your relationship that you might be trying to escape here. That's interesting, the escapism. So is this you in terms of love? So if you're single, I see that you're getting an offer of love. And this is where I'm saying you don't need to just read about it in stories or watch it on the movies anymore. I feel like you are being offered something that is fated. Like I said, Wheel of Fortune. Seasons are changing in terms of your love life, okay? So that's fine. Some of you, whilst you're waiting for happier times, maybe giving someone grace because they've been going through something that maybe you're realizing that actually they've been leading you on, breadcrumbing or whatever. I think that you're really starting to see who is for you and who is not, which is why a Loyal Hearts is here. Okay. And the Fool card in terms of career and money. So it's a new beginning in terms of career and money. Maybe you guys are feeling a little bit like you want to take a leap. Maybe I hope that you're using your intuition when you do that, because if you do, then the Fool is great, right? It's about being backed up with spirit, by being backed up by spirit. Oh my God, I'm yapping. It's almost half an hour. guys, I'm gonna leave in a minute, but I promise. But the Fool is new beginnings, right? It's taking a leap of faith backed up by spirit. So even if it looks scary, even if it feels a little bit, daunting, spirit's got your back, so they're not gonna let you fall. So that's the moral of the story. If you're using your intuition, other than that, don't be too risky or too crazy when it comes down to career and money. But again, if it is something that your intuition is calling for you strongly and it has something to do with this blossoming abundance, then I think it's fine. Why is a Fool here in terms of career and finances? I get a clarifier for that. Knight of Wands, love that. Jumping on top of Eagle, triumph over troubles, obstacles. Love that. Some of you could definitely be becoming more ambitious here. Again, you're going on a new journey for a lot of you in terms of career and money. Okay. Knight of Wands tells me you're going to be having more fun. Some of you are definitely spending a bit more with the Fool and the Knight of Wands. Just don't be too naive. That's a big warning with the Fool and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Sagittariuses are dreamers, which is great trait, optimistic, great ideas, party animals, right? So you could be embodying that at this time. However, sometimes it's overly optimistic that you start to feel a bit, or you become a bit reckless, okay? And a little bit self-sabotaging at times, and this being in the area of money, I'll just say be careful of money. Not that you need to worry much about it because you got abundance, but just don't be too naive, okay? Don't be too, that's all I have to say. Make sure you're planning, make sure you know what you're doing, have fun by all means, but don't spend all your money to have fun, right? Make sure you have things for life, right? You want to make sure you can pay bills, for example. In terms of career, really good for those of you who want to start a new journey, who want to learn something new and be more ambitious and maybe more free. So again, back to freelancers, back to those who want to be entrepreneurs, really good for that as well. And the specific message, 3 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, again, really good for bringing your ideas to life. Someone needs to hear that. You need to be courageous enough. We have 2 lions here, so needing to be strong within your identity with whatever it is that you guys are building or growing at this time. I'm seeing someone building a house, like maybe you guys are spending some money on a project. Again, I did say project. And it has something to do with your creative skills. I feel like it's specifically, I feel like I see you decorating things exactly how you want it to look. It has your personal touch. But anyway, the Wild. Start the new thing, plan for it, be ready for it, show up as the one who has it already, and everything's going to be fine, especially in terms of finances, as I was saying, and career. All right, now I've been yapping for way too long, Aries. Please let me know if this resonates with you. If it does, in the comment section, I really appreciate that. It helps me over here to grow in my own life. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys could like, comment, share, subscribe if you've not already, and all that good stuff. But aside from all that, I guess I will see you guys next time. All right.